Hello everyone, hello Anna Wim, glad to have you in chat, and welcome back to Palworld. It's been a long time since I played this, I think. Forgive me for any forgetfulness or seeming a little out of it. Despite the fact that my parents are out, I might not be as loud tonight because I have a headache, and I'm just feeling a little weird today. I don't know if it's something that was in the water I swam in yesterday, though that would not surprise me. That water tasted really weird for a swimming pool. Uh, but, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, some of you may be wondering why my base looks incredibly, well, aside from a few features, incredibly low level compared to the gear I'm currently carrying and the pals I have working in it. And that's because this is a rebuild of my original first base. See, what happened was I originally had 3 bases, with this one being my first one. But then they raised the base limit, but I didn't have my base level high enough to increase that base limit to 4. And I needed materials from a different location entirely in order to raise that base level. So I dismantled this base because I wasn't using it much, built the fourth base, and then eventually came back and rebuilt this one just because I'm nostalgic for this place. I like this place, and it made for a fantastic farm of the absolute basics. I've got thousands of materials sitting up here for all the basic stuff. Now, the one downside is that this rock wall is still here. I hate that this is still here. It makes me sad. I used to have more stuff on the other side of it. It used to have such a nice view. I used to have this thing, which looks really awkward over here, planted in an alcove over there where it looked surprisingly natural. And I had a second one in this alcove over here. Can't do that no more. It's really sad. Because this base is a great first base, and that gate is absolutely hilarious when people try to raid this place. Because when people try to raid this place, the AI, being dumb, gets right here and stops and just doesn't know what to do with themselves. So I can stand up here and just pull this bad boy out. Boom, half of them are dead. Some of them flew down over the edge and got stuck down there. Good times. I also used to have a little cabin down here for anyone I shared the world with, but I ended up never sharing the world here, and the cabin got broken when I moved the base for a little while, so that cabin's no longer here. I had to rebuild this thing here. And one thing I wish we could do is increase base size, partially because I wanted to take advantage of that balcony back, like more advantage of it back when the rock wall wasn't there, and partly because I wanted to set up a farm down here. This is such a nice little area. Oh, great, sun's going down. Hold on a minute. I gotta have good light if I'm gonna show off my bases. Also, some of you may notice that I'm using a shotgun. I've heard shotguns are not that great in this game. I finally decided to try one for myself, because admittedly, this is like a high-level shotgun I got from a blueprint. Because the little thing about blueprints that I didn't realize until way late in the game, blueprints give you slightly improved versions of the items that they help you make. Specifically, like level 2 or higher blueprints do that. This one, I think, is a level 4 double-barrel shotgun, so even though it's a double barrel instead of pump action, it is significantly more powerful than the pump action, and you can't really go wrong with a good old double barrel. People said shotguns aren't that great because they're too close range, but if you've played Call of Duty and other such games like I have in the past, this thing is kind of perfect. It's great. So yeah, look at how beautiful it is back here. I hate that they tried to stop people from coming down here. It's like, nah, the reason people couldn't get out was not because they got lost. It's because you have this right here, and most players early game that have not built up their stamina and resources will barely be able to climb up this rock wall. Because stamina runs out much faster in the early game. So I don't remember it running out that fast, but still. This is the obvious way out. Why did you block the only obvious way out? Anyone who falls down here that does not have a flying pal is not going to be able to get out of here. They would either have to climb up this cliff face or swim all the way around the outside of it down there. And goodness knows early game players aren't going to manage that if they can barely manage this right here. All they had to do was put in some stairs or something. But anyway, second base I built, which was my plan from the very beginning once I realized this area back here. I built a little farm nestled back here under the cliff. This is my food farm. A lot of food ends up here. A lot of food ends up here. And it's great. It's perfect. I love it. I love that I nestled this into the wall so it looks like it was carved out naturally. I love that I nestled the beds over here into this little space. This is how you make a camp, people. I'm not good at building big old tower bases and stuff like that, so I take advantage of the environment when I play games like this, and this is how you make a beautiful, cozy little camp. Frankly, I wish I could come to an actual place like this and just set up a lawn chair, just like over here by the hot tub or something, and just, or maybe like over here, with a nice view of the beach. And I could totally just go camping out here, man. This would be great. And then, of course, I've also got, like, I thought I had 2 plant farms here. Where did the second one go? These ones are good. Thought there was another one here as well, but I'm not surprised if there isn't. It's uneven ground. How strange! Also, sorry for ignoring you a little bit, Anna. Anna said, this is crazy. I'm still in a wood base. That's super cool. Holy cow, what pal was that? That's awesome. This bad boy is Jetragon, or Jetragon? I don't know how the name is pronounced. It's spelled like Jetragon without the D. But, I don't know. Jetragon? Whatever. This is the thing I'm going to be hunting later. This is the thing I caught that I initially tried to record, and then I hit the wrong record button. But yeah, this is the fastest flying pal in the game. My original reason for wanting to get him was so I could go get coal and stuff like that much faster, but now I don't really need that, and you'll see why in a minute. But yeah, here's the other side of that rock wall. So you can even still see this thing that I had here from when my base originally expanded into this area. And I had another one over here, which I later replaced with conveyor belts. But, yeah, I miss being able to use this balcony. This balcony was a great view. Look at this view. I could totally set up camp back here. Remove the rock wall, please! Please, devs! It's more a hindrance than a help. It does not need to be there. Also, hello, Darkness Hazards. They said, how many sexy pals do you have? I don't know. Let's find out. Whoops, wrong button. Well, shoot, it doesn't give me a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 5, so that's 30 per page. So what's 23 times 30? Plus 26 more. Somebody do the math for me. I don't feel like mathing right now. Oh, that's in addition to the pals that I have in the bases, which I am not counting, and the 5 in my inventory. Anna said, holy crap, that's a lot. I mean, yeah, I kind of just go out and catch whatever I come across, unless I know I have at least 10 of them. Darkness said that's 716. Goodness. I have more pals than the original Pokedex. And it looks like I need to rebuild whatever was here before. I think it was a berry farm. Could be wrong. Also, my Anubis has a sprain. Hold on, where is he? Come here, you. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have the materials. Well, I'll get those in a minute. Further on down here, we've got these other farms that I mentioned, nestled right at the edge of my base territory, and then a whole cliff face that I don't use. But that's fine. That's all I need for my farm. I just realized I passed by a Mammarist. How'd he get down here? And here's my manufacturing base down here on the beach. My initial goal for a third base, with an extra berry farm, just to help support things a little bit. And the bed is because I'm constantly spending time down here lately. Darkness said, I have to finish up a rigging assignment, so I'll lurk for a bit. Fair enough. Grab these spheres that I had farming. So yeah, I used to have these up on the balcony. Now they're down here. Got this thing to help power it all. This thing that I don't use much. This thing that I just added recently. Got another farm to help support this base, so I'm not constantly having to move food everywhere. Once again, nestled it against the wall so it looked natural. And then here is my main quarry. And a little stone quarry over here to help support that too. Pals can't always make it over here easily, but they manage. They manage enough. I'm a little disappointed that I can't do anything with the scrap around here. Just like I can't do anything with that rock wall that I hate so much. It seems my pals are having some issues. Hey there, let me help you out. I also arranged my storage down here so it blends in with all these boxes that are already here by default. Got one box there, and the rest of this is already here normally. It's really weird detail considering that there's nothing in them, you can't access them or anything. Oh, this is done. Hold on a minute. Maybe I can set something to build. Sweet, I could build a plasteel helmet. I'll start production on that. Another nice thing about having a base down here is there's a dungeon right there. Which is always handy for a little extra mining or a little extra XP gains. And to that end, I'm going to go ahead and run this dungeon real quick before I get to the main event of hunting Jetragon. I'm going to hunt a second one. I had my reasons. I don't remember exactly what all those reasons were, other than being able to have two, being able to record it, and potentially being able to breed it, though I don't know why I would want to breed it at this point in the game. Unless I want to make a bunch of, like a whole army of them or something. It is a really strong pal. Oh gosh, the lag. Pardon me, guys. My computer is just a little bit outdated. It runs this game well enough to enjoy it, but not well enough to enjoy it smoothly sometimes. Hey, boys. How you doing? Chilling? Well, alright, I guess I'll leave you be. Oh, never mind. Hope it was worth it. There's usually a third guy. Huh. Weird. Anna said they had slow reaction time. Yes, indeed they did. Come here, horse. I might as well just rush over to the boss. I don't need to do any mining in here. The main goal of going through these things this late in the game is just for the tech points. And I do not need to waste legendary spheres on this. Hey there, Lamball. Oh, come on. The frequency with which these pal spheres bounce off of pals that should be landing in them is ridiculous. It's only catch rate 19. Yeah, that should be plenty. How did that not do anything? Did anyone see that? I shot an arrow right through it and nothing happened. Lambo is too cute. I don't like hurting these things. Is it just because they can't take... Did the pal spheres bounce off because I'm hitting them in the face? Is that just a new thing? You can't capture a pal by hitting them in the face or something? And I'll get these mushrooms. Also, I want to point out, in my opinion, the best early game weapon before you get to some proper guns is the 3-shot bow. Whoop, hold on. Let me take that. How many tech points have I got now? Just one? Darn. And what can I make over here? I need 5 for that. 4 for that. Alright. Anna said he's cool. I need that, pal. You mean my horse? This dude? Piranacht? Yeah, he's one of the better runners in the game. I think. I believe, technically, the best and most well-rounded runner is the wolf. The only reason I took the horse was because I got bored of the wolf, and the horse is, like, slightly faster, I think, but not by much. Meanwhile, Jetragon has more than double the flight speed of the second fastest flyer in the game, which is almost as high. Actually, it is as high level as Jetragon is. But now, let's see. I should go deal with these resources quick. But I should also show you guys my final base, my 4th base, way over here on the other side of the map, because you can only farm oil in very specific places. And this seemed like the best place to do it. And this is why I needed to move my first base. This base is easily my biggest and cleanest, because it is the only one that I did not build into the environment somewhere, unless you count building on flat ground as into the environment. I didn't know what I'd do with this base. I didn't know how big I would need it, so I went full size, especially because this island had plenty of space for it. I figured as long as I can build a nice wall, I'll be good. And I did. This wall's fantastic. And that's my oil farm, which takes up so much electricity that I had to catch 2 new pals, these guys, in order to keep it energized, because anything lower than electricity 4 just does not keep this thing powered. It's wild how much electricity that thing takes. I didn't even know pals could get level 4 stats before I had to hunt that thing down. I didn't realize I had more crude oil in here. So, I'm going to sort out these materials. I have way too many of these. You can go in there. And I think everything else goes in here. Colds the sprains. Alright. So that checks out. Hey there, Orangitis. Glad to see you. They said those graphics look like Wildstar or Palia. I have no idea what those are. I've never heard of them. Come here, you. Beware the Anubis. He's slow, but he hits like a truck. Let's see, are my pals? My other base is good. They're good. Two of them are upset, but that's fairly normal. Just means they've been working a little too hard. Or the base is slightly cramped. It is possible for pals to get stressed out by a cramped base. Alright, all my pals are good. Forgot I gotta deal with this meat. Actually, wait. I'm going to put this in my fridge over here, actually. Or not. Was it back at my first base where I was storing food like that? I just realized there's a boss pal over there that I haven't fought. I wonder if it's new. Nope. Well, I guess let's make some herb roasted lamb ball. Let me tell you, salads and jam-filled buns will last you a while. You can make a ton of them with a farm like mine. Let's put that bread in there too. Go sell off these last couple materials at this little settlement right here. Or maybe I should have gone to the beach settlement. I don't know. No biggie. Alright. I have too many gold coins. I don't remember getting that many at all. Eh. Okay. So, back to base, and then I will set up my equipment to the way it was when I first hunted Jetragon. Just so I can recreate the fight I had before. And I'll go over here. Just in case there's something there. And it's been a while, so I don't remember exactly how I did it. But I believe I at least remember my PAL team setup. I forgot I had two humans in here. One I caught intentionally just to try it out, and one I caught by accident. Because the guy, I misclicked while I was fighting some dudes, and I happened to catch one of them. And I think I passed the PALs I was looking for. I did not. There they are. Okay. See, you... Oh, what was my final team like? I don't remember what my 5th party member was before I got Jetragon, unless it was Celine. I do not remember. I think it was Selene. Oh well. So yeah, that was my PAL setup. Because I did not have Jetragon, and because the place you fight it is a really hot place, so you do not want a Firebird on your team. It will just roast you alive. So I took 3 Van Worms because you want to stay in the air, but you also want to stay cool. I had this thing because it's fast. Also, I believe Jetragon is weak to ice moves, I'm not sure. And then Selene was just kind of backup, if I recall. Backup damage. As for my armor build, this was pretty much my exact armor build. I had the red heat armor instead of the lightweight armor. There's no stat difference, it's just that the lightweight armor adjusts carry weight, which had no bearing on the fight when I fought it at the time. And then I had heat-resistant armor underneath it, so that I would suffer as little heat damage as possible. And I've since upgraded this a little bit, but it's at maximum anyway. I don't think it makes a difference. And that's about it. This is how I was set up. I also had fewer ultimate spheres at the time. I believe I only had 23, and I almost didn't catch Jetragon. I threw so many of these things at it because I could only get it to like a 20% catch rate. Like 28%. It was nuts. So, yeah, you can bet I'm doubling down this time. I don't want to have to go and fight the whole thing and then fail. That's really weird that the ultimate sphere is before the legendary sphere in the lineup here. That's very strange. Okay, yeah, no, that's just how it lined up. That's weird. Alright. Getting to be nighttime. Of course, it's easier to fight Jetragon if you can see the land that you're falling into. If you manage to fall off your pal or something. And then, as you might imagine from a beast that powerful, crossbow and shotgun isn't going to really cut it, especially if you're flying everywhere. You're going to want a rocket launcher, and you're going to want at least 100 rockets. I got 200. I think I almost used 100 of them when I finally caught the thing. Okay. Oh yeah, what is that thing? Knocklim. Hold on, I zoomed in and lagged. I don't think I remember hearing about that one. I'll have to look into that later. So Jetragon, all the way over here by this volcano. You can see there's my original 3 bases over there. That's the starting area. Way over here is where you fight Jetragon. And he's about equidistant from these 2 teleport zones. So you gotta take a little bit of a trek just to reach him, even in the late game. And I prefer to go over here. Another thing that was annoying about fighting Jetragon is that he took down all of my best navigation pals in the fight. And so I had to, like, basically crawl my way to the nearest teleporter. And I went the north way for that, just to get out of the heat. Alright. Van Worm Christ is not the fastest flying pal by a long shot. That would be Jetragon. But it's the best I could get at the time. Now, technically, it would probably be better to get, I forget its name. This one up here, Frostallion, the second fastest flyer in the game, though still, as I said, Jetragon is over twice as fast. So Frostallion is maybe a little faster than Van Worm here. Probably a lot stronger, but I was having just as much trouble fighting that as I was Jetragon, because aside from the speed issue, I think their power level is almost the same. I just know Frost Stallion is another absurdly strong and tough pal. That one you'll want to bring heat for, because that's a cold zone. So how's everyone in chat doing while I'm making this trek? This is going to take a minute or two. Oh, there's some regular van worms. Anna said sorry, was lurking and eating food. I mean, no problem. You do you. It's just nice to have an audience and some folks to talk to. I'm having a lonely week because my parents are out of town. And I have my dog, but my dog is very temperamental. Not necessarily constantly angry, but she just doesn't do much of anything unless she's in guard dog mode. She can get super excited, but she just does not play at all. It's like, gosh, I've never been more... I love this dog, but I've also never been more bored of a dog. She's a real sweetheart, though. She just doesn't do much, and that's the part that bugs me. The only thing she does do a lot of is she barks really loud. She is the one of the two big reasons I can't do night shifts, because she keeps me up during the day if I do. Anna said, that's how my cat is. He generally just sleeps and eats. Yeah, that's her. Sleeps and eats, but she's a dog, and she's got natural guard dog in her. I don't remember what breed. So if she hears unfamiliar noises, or if there's other dogs around or something, she just turns into a megaphone. I'm intrigued by this oddly different looking pool that looks like it's made of gold. I love it. That's really cool. But why does it look... Why does it look like I'm supposed to interact with it? I'm really curious about this. I'm gonna get out of here before they mess up my plan here. There's other pools like that over here, so I know it's not a one-time thing. Oh, speaking of which, this area looks familiar. But where is it? There it is. There is Jetragon. Jetragon. Whatever. Make sure we're all ready. And he is running away. Alright, probably best to start with a sneak attack. Just for fun. I think last time I may have approached it at night, I don't remember, but I'm certain I approached it from behind. It didn't work. I was gonna try and see if I could sneak attack it with a pal sphere and hope I could one-shot it, but oh well. Fight mode time. Jetragon has a lot of homing attacks. And they suck. They hit like a truck. Especially that one. Ow. See, my Vanworm is already half dead. Pardon the lag, everyone. This fight's gonna be lagging a lot. It's really nice that these rockets can stun it. Just a little bit. That's another reason you want to bring plenty of rockets. They can knock this thing right off of his... Well, he's floating, so off of his feet doesn't work, I guess. Lightning bolt. I don't think I had this attack on me when I first fought this thing. I must have changed that without thinking. I tried to keep everything as close as I could to my original fight. I was intentionally avoiding upgrades until I could do this fight again, but... Oh well. Oh gosh. And there goes that one. There is every possibility that I will lose this fight very quickly. just because it's been too long since I fought it. I'm certain I did not have that attack when I first fought him. Move! Ow! And I'm falling. Get behind cover. Best I can against a speedster. Yee! No! That's why I'm not constantly firing rockets, is because sometimes you really need to just launch a rocket out there. Dang it. That was close. Can't have him throwing fireballs at me, not that one anyway. His other attacks are still plenty damaging, but that fireball is easily the worst. So I guess I can use that move to stun him a little bit. Nope, never mind. He can still attack out of it. Dang it, that almost got him. Come here, you. The tornadoes are easily his least threatening attack. He's got 5 attacks. Anybody notice that? He's got fire, he's got dragon breath, he's got tornadoes, he's got the fireballs, he's got the big fireball, and he's got the little homing beams. Ooh. That thing missed. I think it's that the fireball follows your aim, so if you stun him when he shoots the homing fireball, it actually removes the lock-on. And that might be the case for those other fireballs that just hit me. Anna said, what area is that when you were done fighting him? I showed it earlier. It's a volcano way on the left side of the map. I need to fall. Stamina is one of your worst enemies in this fight. Stamina and slowness. Where are you? There you are. Ah, he's got the fireball. Ooh, oh, my bird almost survived. I should really be doing better. And I believe this is the Vanworm that I originally mained. Because it's got this attack on it, and I remember using that against him. That and the Blizzard Spike. Anna said, my bad, the littles make me miss stuff. No problem. Kids are more important. Oh gosh, those turned around, why? No, stop. Well, hey, that hit me instead of my pal somehow. I think he's too far away for the Dark Laser in hindsight. He definitely is. Ow. Another big enemy in this game is, like I said, slowness, but also the timing of your attacks. The best attacks are often the slowest, because that's how they balance out the power, I guess, so... It's hard to use attacks that take a brief charge up, without also putting yourself in harm's way in the process. No. Ugh! Gosh, that thing is terrifying. Another point, you might notice my Vanworm's actually doing pretty good right now. Oh gosh, no, stay away. If you can avoid getting hit long enough, your pals will slowly regenerate their HP. So that's another strategy, is if your pal's HP gets too low, or if they take a really heavy hit, you can just play the avoidance game for a little bit and try to let them heal up before you go on the offensive again. Oh my gosh, dude. Stop staying right under me. I can't target you if you're directly under me. Find cover. Very awkward cover because it's possible to get stuck in here, but... I have gotten stuck before. Not on a pal, but there's a couple corners down here that if you're not careful, you can get stuck and get absolutely wrecked. I think that corner down there in particular, one of these corners down here, is what really messed me up when I first fought him. Or it was that corner over there. It might have been that one. I don't know. Alright, his HP's a little low. It's getting there. Gosh dang it. And now I know not to rely on Dark Laser because its range is not far enough. So yeah, I guess that's the strategy with that fireball is if you can hit him with something that knocks him off his feet before the fireball hits you, then you can narrowly avoid it. I thought it was just luck as to whether or not the thing managed to home in on you properly. No! Gosh dang it, sped off. There is a limit to his aggro range where he won't follow you past a certain point. And I guess that's another way to cheese him a little bit, especially if your pal runs out of HP. Just make sure you don't stay away too long or he might regen as well. I don't know how their regen works, but it might be about the same. Man, he's just taking it. Almost there. I need to be careful not to kill him by accident. So I'm just going to use one or two more rockets. One more rocket, and then we'll start going in for the capture. Alright. Dang it, that missed. And I'll pull out my crossbow just for whittling. Oh, dude. And once you're on the ground, you can use the pal... If you can capture him in a pal sphere... Oh my gosh, I caught him on the second try. I really did not need more than 23. But hey, yeah, that's how you capture Jetragon. I was saying, if you're on the ground and he's chasing after you and his HP is low enough, you can stall him by throwing the pal spheres at his face, because that capture period will give you just a bit of a breather to get into a better position for more capturing or whittling of his HP. Because when I first fought him, he took out all of my Vanworms, and I was stuck booking it all over the field on this dude, who's not nearly as fast as Jetragon, and just trying to stay out of range of him while still throwing pal spheres at his head and whittling down his HP bit by bit for slightly better chances. Well, that fight went way better than the one where I caught my first one, and I'm almost bummed about that because my first attempt was really epic due to how close it got. But yeah, that was my rematch with Jetragon. That's how you catch one. And now it's time to head on back. Let's see, I got dragon stones and some other normal stuff. I could have sworn I got something more unique from my first one. Oh well. Now I've got two. And I've still got plenty of time left in my night. I didn't expect that. Maybe we'll see if we can go for Frost Stallion, which I haven't captured yet. But now I have Jetragon to help. Two of them, in fact. Whatever's chasing me, you can go away. Another funny thing that happened in my first attempt that it didn't happen this time around was I encountered a pal tamer. An AI pal tamer. That was like, oh, you think you're better than me? Well, alright, let's see it. Let's duel. I bet I can beat you. I two-shot him with a shotgun point blank. Well, my pal dealt with their pal with similar ease. It was really funny. It's like, I kind of feel bad for you, but you did ask for it. Like, quite literally, you asked for it. So I said earlier that I was feeling a little weird, and I was suspicious of some water that was in a pool I was swimming in yesterday. I went to a local water park. Well, semi-local. It's a few cities away, but about a half-hour drive, maybe. It used to be really popular, but it's just slowly gone downhill in quality over the years. In fact, I just found out last night they took out the hot tubs. Why would you take out the hot tubs? They said it was because of the kids. Too many kids causing problems, so don't let the kids up there. Much better solution than filling in the hot tubs. And hold on a minute. Now I don't have to kill that pal. Anna said that's funny. Not sure what you were saying that's funny too. I guess I've been trying my best to say various funny things tonight. As long as you had a laugh, fine by me. But yeah, one of the pools I was in at the water park, because you know you're at a water park with like wave pools and stuff like that, you're gonna get some of the water on your lips or in your mouth. But one of the pools, one of my favorite pools to just chill in. The water tasted oddly salty. Not ocean-level salt water, but kind of close. And I'm like, pool water's not supposed to taste like that. Yeah, I got out after a while. The wave pool... I hung out in the wave pool the rest of the night. I'm not a water slides person. I can't stand huge water slides. The fear of heights and mild claustrophobia does not a good mix make when it comes to water slides. I don't understand why they always have to make water slides huge and why they always have to be a closed tube. Like, I don't want them as open as a regular slide because I don't want to go over the corners, but I also don't want it a full tube. And usually that's like, oh, we'll just put like higher walls on the corners. I'm like, no, why not curve it up, but still give me, either make it big enough that I can stand up on it if something goes wrong, or, you know, there's just better ways to do water slides, I think. Another option is to raise the walls but not connect them on the top, so you've just got like a skylight all the way through. Anna said a clear tube doesn't help then, probably. No, not really. A clear tube helps with the fact that it feels a little less claustrophobic because it's not pitch black, which is another thing I don't like about tube slides. Small tube slides, fine. Big, long ones? No, I want to see what's coming, gosh dang it, or I'm not really having fun. People say it's fun to be at the mercy of physics. I don't like to think I'm at the mercy of physics, is the problem. Like, going sledding down a huge hill, I can kind of enjoy that, because yeah, I'm going fast, which is also kind of freaky, but usually, at least the hill I've got in mind, it's like it's an actual attraction, so it's controlled. So there's like a fence at the bottom to catch you if you go too far for some reason. And it's like there's walls on the sides, so you're not going to go off course. So it's like, yeah, it's stupid fast, but it's controlled, and if I fall off the thing, I know where I'm going. And I know how to stop myself. But in a water slide, like, if the slide breaks, or if somehow you get stuck and you don't slide well, you're just in there, not really able to see anything, not really able to do much of anything except push yourself further down. You can't really call out for help easily, because you're in an enclosed space. It's just not a good time, man. I just don't do water slides. Hasn't eaten anything for a while. Oh, is he stuck? He's stuck. Ah, the idiot. Hold on a minute. Okay, let's sort out these materials. I don't put sulfur in here? Are you kidding me? Why is cement in here? Cement's a tier 2 item. In the sense that, like, you have to make cement manually. You can't just pick it up. This one, I sorted as stuff you can just manually pick up. The gold is in there by pure happenstance, because my pals like to put stuff randomly. And then I built this one up as for stuff you have to craft yourself, or stuff that's exceptionally rare, like slab fragments and large lotuses. And some things are not sorted correctly. That's due to my pals. This one, if it wasn't obvious, is for equipment. And I've got a crown because I'm the Winter Prince. I can't not have a crown. This is the armor that I used to fight my first Jetragon, actually. How did I end up with already cooked food? And I can put that ammo away as well, because I don't use my musket much anymore. Now that I've got this shotgun and assault rifle combo going on for weaker enemies, and the crossbow for the weakest. And I guess I'll go sell those dragon eyes. Oh yeah, and I'll also swap out my pals. Is that the one I just caught? No. I locked the pals that were in my team before. Okay. Wait, what the... No. Get in here. And Ragnahawk. That's right. That was my team before. As much as Van Worm Christ will not be useful in a snowy area because he'll freeze me to death, I'm wondering if I can take on Frostallion with just Jetragon. But first things first. Let's go sell these dragon eyes. Another idea I have, if I have time for it, though I don't know that I will tonight, is there's another boss pal that's actually 2 pals at the same time that I defeated fairly recently. And managed to catch both of them, I think. So that could be another fun thing to try. Actually, before we go for Frostallion, let's check up on that helmet. My sweet helmet is ready. And now, other than my shield, which I do not have the equipment to upgrade, because I need to beat raid bosses to collect the ancient civilization cores that I need for this, and I need 30 of them? How many cores normally drop? But I'm doing pretty good with my current shield. I think I should be good. Also, how do you like the placement of this thing? Looking out over the whole camp. That was the idea. Also, Anna, while I remember, this is where Jetragon is, right here. Here's the starting area where all my 3 starter bases are at. You have to go way to the west into this volcanic zone. And you need to make sure you have plenty of heat protection, because just being there can kill you if you don't have any. And if you use a PAL that radiates heat in this area, there's almost nothing that can protect you from that level of heat. Except perhaps maximum heat resistance. So yeah, there's your information for you if you're listening and watching that bit, and if not, that's a little annoying. I don't want to have to repeat that a 3rd time. Yeah, back here. I just realized one of my windows in my taskbar rearranged itself for some reason. That can go in there. Give me one moment. And I also got a message. Alright. Check equipment. Still good. Plenty good. Alright, let's tackle Frost Stallion. Wait a minute. Was that blue pal hungry again? And struggling to reach the food? Loading times, man. And one thing about Palworld that's weird for me, and that makes it harder to run it on this computer, is it seems like the longer I play it, the more it slows down, and I think it has to do with how much of the world I load in. Hasn't eaten in a while again. Okay, it is eating. And looking very twig-like doing it. I don't know how else to explain it. There's something real goofy about that animation of eating. When you really think about it, Suzaku's a weird-looking pal. Okay, he's good. Alright. Now we go to Frost Stallion. Now, believe it or not, despite the fact that I caught Jetragon with relative ease, I still haven't beaten the PAL Genetic Research Unit guy. Let's see, there's Yggdrasil over there. Okay. Let's head this way. I almost wish Jetragon had some kind of sound when it flew, but no biggie. Here we are. The jarringly open battlefield for our quarry over here. I missed. Dang it. Oh, I forgot. The Jetragon's saddle comes with rocket launchers. But I don't know if they're as strong as my actual rocket launcher. It's best to meter it out because a whole bunch of them, usually only one will hit. Man, this thing's really tough against these attacks. Maybe Jetragon is not a good one to use. Not enough stamina. Shoot. Okay. Hide behind cover. Trying to reach us from over there. How about Beam Comet? Ah, just too far away. Fireball then. Okay, that fireball does not follow me, so Jetragon is just weird with his fireball, apparently. Only 11 damage? Yeah, these rockets are much worse than my actual rocket launcher. Shame. Jetragon's taken more damage than Frost Stallion has. Let's try Beam Comet in a position where I can actually hit it. Too weak. I think. Actually, its HP seems to have gone down a fair bit from something. Is it burning? It's burning! That's what's doing all that damage. It's on fire! Let's try another fireball. Okay, that's good. So dragon doesn't work, fire does. Makes sense. If only these missiles were a little better. Let's see if I can catch it on fire some more. For a second, I thought I was just like an inch too far forward. Dang it! It's a shame that the missiles don't reload when you're not using them. You have to run them all out and then wait like 100 seconds. I lost track of where my cursor is. There it is. Whoa! That was really close. Shame this thing isn't catching on fire like it did before. I forgot, I don't think I even have this thing's saddle. So I can't fly it once I capture it until I've built that saddle. You picked a bad time to whatever you were doing there, Frost Stallion. I'll grab this chest on my way by, thank you. Okay. New plan, because it's taking forever to whittle this thing's HP down. Come here. Phoenix. That's more like it. This bird is a lot weaker than Jetragon is, but it allows me to use my rocket launcher, which appears to be stupid powerful by comparison. I didn't even realize I still have 152 rockets left after I started using them against this thing. So, I handled Jetragon really well in that fight earlier. Didn't use nearly as many rockets. Chat's gone quiet. Are y'all still there? What the heck is happening to me? What was that move? I'm gonna land, regain my stamina. Keep moving around because some of his attacks will go through or over the blockage. I stopped that right before it hit me. Okay, that was the move I think that was circling me for a second. Orangitis is still here. Glad to see you're still here. Gosh, those homing crystals, man, they're messing with me. Okay, HP's getting a bit low. I need to start being a little careful. How are we on capturability? Very low. Though I don't know if I'll be able to get it much better than that either. The thing that makes this fight so much easier is the fact that it's slower. Alright, stop there with the rockets. Has only 189 HP left. So almost exclusively spear throwing at this point. Let's see if I can capture it in 39. Yep, I got it. I now have my first Frost Stallion, guardian deity of Halpagos Island, known as the Winter Caller. In the past, when a calamity struck the land, it soared into the sky and sealed away the threat by casting the island into an eternal winter. Well, it couldn't have been an eternal winter because most of the island is very much not in winter. The Pokedex is a liar. Paldex, rather. Alright. That was that. Sweet. I forgot to look for where the... It's up there. It's weird seeing the environment change as you get closer to it. Just because of the way the computer loads up the world. Well, that's lucky. Pardon my relative silence, just trying to get up here to a spawn point. This area up here reminds me of like old Windows renderings of landscapes, where they didn't actually have any idea of what to do with the landscape. They just rendered a random landscape to show off the rendering speed or something. I haven't caught King Pachycrist? There is Knocklam over here that I know nothing about that we can maybe tackle. The one I was thinking of tackling was Palladius, which despite only being Palladius up here, there's actually its twin is up here as well. I forget the name of it. Unless it's just Palladius Noct or something. The Palladiuses are ground-bound, which makes them a little easier to fight. But they do have some really good attacks. And there is 2 of them that you fight together. So that's what makes them a little more difficult to deal with, is that you're fighting 2 of them at once. Well, let's return to base for now. Meteorite descent. Straight ahead. Oh, yay. Lagging, 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 lagging. Oh, so much lagging. Oh, the lagging. Lag is awesome. On the bright side, I should be calling it soon anyway, so I don't have to worry about rebooting the game midstream. Alright, time to show you guys what the shotgun can do. I think. Hold on. Can we juke it? Oh my gosh, nailed it. Never mind. Kind of wish there was more use for meteorite equipment. I think the only thing you can do with the meteorites is make the rocket launcher, and I mean the meteorite launcher, and it's weaker than the rocket launcher by like a whole third or 2/3 or something, so. What was with the smacks? So many Lulus around, what the heck? Quiverin and Quiverin Botan, right next to each other. How sweet. That is a tree stump there. I couldn't tell what that was from that distance. I thought it was a tree stump, but I'm like, it almost looks like a pal that's hunched over, too. One that I probably haven't seen before. Also, you'll notice I built the walls of this base directly along the edge of the base boundaries to the best of my ability. I'm a little proud of that. Once again, a camp that I would love to actually camp in. Do I have Frost Stallion's saddle? There's Necromus and Palladius. Those are the two that I was thinking of fighting if I had time, and it doesn't seem like I will. I do not have Frost Stallion's saddle. I need a lot more leather and a lot more refined ingots, so I think I can get those fairly easily. Could probably do with these saddles as well. As well as Dormantide Ignis. I just remembered I still never went and attempted the... Well, at least I never properly attempted the oil rig. Just for fun, let me show you all what happened when I first attempted the oil rig. And I don't remember if I was attempting to record at the time or not, but I just remember that that was funny. I think it was before I successfully caught Frost Stallion. I remember that much. I mean, not Frost Stallion, Jetragon. So I believe I was flying on this dude. And I was like, ah, there's that thing over there. This guy was talking about it, saying he's not going to mess with it. I was like, oh, well, I'm going to go out there and check it out. Ooh, what's that thing that's moving over there? What? Oh, gosh. Never mind. Yeah, first time I went that way, I was not expecting that laser at all. Now the question is, can you outrun it? I bet not. Nope. That thing is mean as... Oh my gosh, there's two of them. Ooh, I just got out of range. Those are all lasers? I guess they're specifically anti-air, though. So, like, I might be able to swim there. Lag. I didn't realize that thing was surrounded in those towers. Those are some mean towers. Well, alright. I guess I have goals for next time. Boss hunting. Palladius and whatever the other one was called. And Nocklum in particular. Maybe King Pacachrist. It looks like those are the only fellas on my map that I haven't caught yet. Cool. I thought I had more than that. But I'm not seeing any. Even the loading screen's lagging now, goodness. Not a good sign. Definitely a sign I need to call it. Alright, I need a... How much do I need again? Of course, I don't even have the saddle unlocked yet. I've got plenty of ice organs at my other base. I just need more refined ingots and more leather. Refined ingots, I believe I can set up quite easily. Oh wait, I need coal. Where's my coal storage? Excuse me. Really sorry about that. Coal's probably all the way over there. That's weird. Oh no, wait, that's a sulfur mine. Yeah, coal mine is at my main base. That's right. My big base. I'm yawning a bunch now, guys. It's definitely getting late. Oh yeah, plenty of coal in here. That's not quite enough. Goodness, Dormantide, are you okay? I think it's bugged out because I'm not even cooking anything in the electric furnace. That was crazy. I'm just gonna run on over here. Get more coal. I'm just setting this up ahead of time so that I can remember it all next time. And you can also tell I'm running out of stuff to say and getting tired because, well, I'm sure you can hear it in my voice or the lack thereof. But anyway, now that that's all set up, I think that is all the time I have, everyone. It's getting really late. I need to take the dog out and go to bed. I've got work in the morning. On Thursday, and I will say tomorrow I might be back with Palworld to do more. On Thursday, I will be playing Arknights for absolute certain as early as I am able in the evening. I'm going to be sorely tempted to hop into it during my shift, but I will not. I will save the character draws and all that jazz for that evening because Arknights is finally getting the Rainbow Six crossover that I have waited over a year for. I am excited for it, and I'm mad that I still have tomorrow to wait for the end of, and then my next shift on Thursday before I can take part in it. If I had Thursday off, I would hop on and do a stream for it at like noon. I'd get so many new viewers. Anyway, so that was Palworld. My latest progress in it. Made much more progress since the last time I really seriously streamed this game, I think. Jormuntide's freaking out again. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You can find my YouTube and Discord in my Twitch profile if you would like to see previous content or talk to me and get updates. If you're watching this on YouTube, you may find my Twitch at the Winter Prince 52. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. I'd really like to see more comments and more... Yeah, comment if you're watching this on YouTube. I love comments. A lot of people don't read comments. I do. I love comments. I think they're fun. Just don't be a troll, please. Because, you know, trolls are annoying. And you don't want to be annoying, do you? Anyway, thanks again, everyone, and have a good night.